moment. Luka Doncic driving against Jaden McDaniels came to a stop and then immediately was...
The Lakers started their final playoff push on the wrong foot Wednesday night, suffering a heartbreaking 197 loss to the Charlotte Hornets. Yes, you heard that right. The Hornets, one of the league's lowest-ranked teams, handed the Lakers their second straight defeat. Ouch. LeBron James did his part, putting up 26 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds in 38 minutes, but even King James couldn't save the day. The bigger story, though, is Luka Doncic. The Slovenian sensation who joined the Lakers in that blockbuster trade earlier this month is still finding his footing. Doncic played 33 minutes the most since joining the team, but struggled mightily, finishing with 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. He shot just 5 of 18 from the field and committed a game-high 6 turnovers.
Doncic tonight, 4 of 13, 15 points and 7 assists. But the big story is a thigh injury. That was already underway in the game. They taped it up even more.
Special, man. The way they received me, everybody, teammates, front office, everybody here. I heard a lot of noise when I was introduced, so I really appreciate it. It was a special moment.
Doncic said, "Obviously, it's going to take a lot of time. Today, a lot of rustiness for my part. Starting the game with like 4 or 5 turnovers, that can't happen. So I got to play basketball the right way." Doncic admitted he's still shaking off the rust after missing over a month due to a calf injury he suffered on Christmas Day. This was only his 3rd game with the Lakers, and it's clear he's not yet in sync with his new teammates. Things don't get any easier for the Lakers. Just 24 hours after that tough loss to the Hornets, they faced the Portland Trail Blazers on the second night of a back-to-back. But they had to do it without Luka Doncic, who was ruled out for injury management related to that lingering calf issue, Jared Vanderbilt. Another key player was also sidelined for load management following offseason foot surgery, and LeBron James. He was listed as questionable with left foot soreness. LeBron said, JJ Redick, Lakers coach, talked about it yesterday. "It's going to be something that we've got to manage for the rest of the season and going into the postseason, but I was happy I was able to get some days off and kind of be around the clock and make sure I was available for tonight."
You know, I've had, 6 years with AD, win a championship with my guy. Obviously one of my best friends, obviously. So, it's a business and you understand that. You know, it's a business of basketball, we understand that. And
So don't be surprised if he also sits out this road game against the Trailblazers with a showdown against Nikola Jokic and their playoff foil Denver Nuggets waiting on Saturday. Luka Doncic is a guy who was putting up MVP-caliber numbers with the Dallas Mavericks earlier this season. 28.1 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 7.8 assists per game. But since joining the Lakers, he's been a shadow of his former self. In 3 games, he's averaging just 14.7 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 5.3 assists, while shooting a dismal 35.6% from the field and 20.8% from three-point range. Now, let's be fair. Doncic is coming off a long layoff and adjusting to a new team, a new system, and new teammates. It's not easy, especially when you're expected to mesh with a legend like LeBron James. But the Lakers didn't trade for Doncic to be just another role player. They need him to be the superstar. He's proven he can be. In his interview said, "I'm trying to stay aggressive, do some other things that can help to get a win." Doncic is staying positive, and so are the Lakers. According to NBA insider Mark Stein, the team is pleased with his progress and optimistic he'll soon participate fully in back-to-backs. But time is running out. The Lakers are currently 5th in the Western Conference with a 32-21 record, but the competition is fierce. They need Doncic at his best if they want to make a deep playoff run. So what's next for the Lakers? After the Blazers game, they face a brutal stretch, starting with a showdown against Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets on Saturday. Then it's a gauntlet of playoff caliber teams. If Doncic and LeBron can't get on the same page soon, the Lakers could find themselves slipping in the standings. The potential is there. When healthy and in sync, a duo of LeBron James and Luka Doncic is a nightmare for any defense. But right now it's a work in progress. The Lakers are hoping Doncic can shake off the rust and return to his MVP form sooner rather than later. Lakers fans are understandably a bit nervous. Social media is buzzing with Doncic's slow start and the team's injury woes. Some are calling for patience, while others are already hitting the panic button. But here's the thing. It's only been 3 games. Doncic is too talented to stay in this slump for long. As the Lakers navigate this critical stretch of the season, the pressure is mounting. The shocking loss to the Charlotte Hornets, coupled with Luka Doncic's ongoing struggles and injury concerns, has left fans and analysts alike questioning whether this team can live up to its championship aspirations. Doncic, a player once hailed as an MVP frontrunner, is clearly still adjusting to his new environment, and the Lakers' hopes of making a deep playoff run hinge on his ability to return to form. But with time running out and a grueling schedule ahead, patience is wearing thin. The NBA world was rocked by the unexpected trade of Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers. This monumental move, which occurred over 2 weeks ago, continues to be the primary topic of discussion across the league. The trade, involving one of the NBA's most promising young talents, has sparked intense reactions from players, analysts, and fans alike. Vince Carter, a Basketball Hall of Famer, shared his thoughts on the blockbuster trade. Carter stated, "It's perfect timing, I think, for this to happen because what we've said over the past couple years is, will LeBron allow AD to be AD? The alpha dog won, the go-to guy, so he's in a place where he is now allowed that, and look at Anthony Davis."
If you would, it's perfect timing, I think, for this to happen because what we've said over the past couple of years is, will LeBron allow AD to be AD? The alpha dog won, the go-to guy. So he's in a place where he is now allowed that, and look at Anthony Davis. Well, here's another guy who's very capable, and I think
Carter's analysis delved into the potential impact on LeBron James, saying Luka can actually make LeBron better because of his ability. A LeBron getting the ball with a live dribble, that's insane, or vice versa. Now, next level, allowing LeBron to be himself, but he doesn't have to be that go-to guy now.
Luka can actually make LeBron better because of his ability.
Right.
A LeBron getting the ball with a live dribble, like that's insane, and or vice versa. Because you can play, okay, your turn, my turn to lead the team, and I think this is now next level, allowing LeBron to be himself, but he doesn't have to be that go-to guy now.
Since the trade, the Lakers have played 2 games with Doncic in their lineup, resulting in a 1-1 record. During this brief period, the 25-year-old Slovenian has averaged 15.0 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4.0 assists per game. His shooting percentages stand at 40.7% from the field and 26.7% from three-point range. It is anticipated that Doncic and the Lakers will require time to fully adjust to each other. However, there is a widespread belief that the Lakers now possess a roster capable of making a significant postseason run. The Lakers currently hold the 5th seed in the Western Conference with a 32-20 record in their first 52 games of the season. This positioning sets the stage for an intriguing second half of the season as the team integrates Doncic into their system. Jalen Brunson, a former Dallas Maverick and current New York Knick, expressed his astonishment at the trade. On his podcast, Brunson referred to the move as a head-scratcher, stating, "Doncic even said he thought it was a joke." It's a head-scratcher. It's a head-scratcher not because of Anthony Davis going to the Mavs. It's a head-scratcher of how it all went down.
Yeah, he even said he thought it was a joke. It's a head-scratcher. It's a head-scratcher because it's not because, like, obviously AD going to the Mavs. No, that's, like, it's a head-scratcher of how it all went down. Like, I never thought Luka would get traded.
Brunson further added, "I never thought Luka would get traded without him asking for one. I never thought he'd get offered first." Brunson also provided insight into the emotional impact on Mavericks fans. He explained, "I feel like the Mavs fans have invested their hearts and souls into Luka since day one. When Luka got there, that's their guy. Everyone's like, Luka's the man. This is what we're going to do for him. We're going to surround him in this city with love and respect." He had that for the last 6 years. I saw a person say, "I don't care if they win or not. Emotionally, I'm not invested anymore." Like, damn.
Luka's still untouchable. I know he just got traded, but
he got touched.
Literally,
he got touched. They just
He got touched.
but they just found their guy for the next decade.
Yeah. So who'd you say? You said what? You said
got
Wemby,
touched, so.
Jokic, SGA. Was there a fourth or no? I have a fourth.
Jay?
Who's it for?
Oh, sorry,
I said
Jay.
Jay.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal is untouchable.
He got that.
I guess anyone with a no trade clause.
He's not getting touched unless he wants to be touched.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Brunson reflected on his time with the Mavericks, noting that he was part of the early days of Doncic's tenure with the team, along with former Maverick and current Celtics champion Kristaps Porzingis. He speculated that if that core had remained intact, it's possible Doncic would never have been traded, and they could have brought a championship to Dallas. Oklahoma City Thunder star Jalen Williams, making his debut All-Star appearance this season, shared his reaction to the trade. Williams stated, "Probably had the same reaction as all of you. It's one of those trades that never happens or you thought would happen." His words echoed the widespread disbelief within the NBA community when the trade was announced. The acquisition of Doncic by the Lakers presents an exciting future beyond LeBron James. At just 25 years old, Doncic is considered one of the most dynamic and talented players in the league. His addition allows the Lakers to build around him once James eventually steps away from the game. Doncic's exceptional scoring ability, playmaking skills, and high basketball IQ make him an ideal centerpiece for a championship-caliber team. The pairing of Doncic and James on the same team is viewed as a formidable prospect for the rest of the NBA. Their complementary skills have the potential to create an unstoppable duo. While James is renowned for his leadership, versatility, and basketball intellect, Doncic brings a combination of scoring prowess, vision, and maturity beyond his years. Together, they have the capacity to elevate the Lakers to new heights, with Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura rounding out a formidable supporting cast. San Antonio Spurs' Victor Wembanyama shared his thoughts on the trade ahead of the 2025 NBA All-Star Game. Wembanyama stated, "I've watched games of both the Lakers and Mavs ever since it happened. But what I remember from it, what really strikes me is how the Mavs fans are hurting, how they feel. It's really something that I think was a really strong emotion. But otherwise, I think the Mavs are still contenders. The Lakers are contenders. It's very competitive." Wembanyama further added, "They traded for very good players. It's interesting, we'll see how it goes, but in 2 weeks after, it's still the craziest trade I've ever seen." The first-time NBA All-Star acknowledged that when healthy, Anthony Davis is undoubtedly one of the best two-way stars in the league. Consequently, Wembanyama views the trade as somewhat balanced, despite its unexpected nature. Denver Nuggets superstar Nikola Jokic shared similar sentiments regarding the trade. Jokic stated, "I kind of think both teams win. I think maybe in my opinion, of course, I think Luka is a generational player, generational talent. I'm not saying that AD is not. I'm just saying that Luka is somebody that did we see someone like this before, who is affecting the game on so many levels, so many possessions. He was building something there." Jokic also reflected on the broader implications of the trade, saying, "I think he was hurt but I think it's good because then people and players are going to take more seriously. I think a trade is not such a big thing, but if you trade someone like that, I think it becomes a little bit of a big thing, and maybe players become a little bit serious about it." Kevin Durant, known for his experience with super teams, provided insight into the dynamics between LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Durant stated, "I think LeBron is secure in his game in what he brings to the table, so that makes him a great teammate. He welcomes guys with open arms when they come to his team. He doesn't feel like he has to do much to make guys comfortable. He just plays his game and fits with anybody. He can play off any player. Smart and experienced, it will work." Durant further added, "You have talented, high IQ guys. It will take some time, obviously, to iron out the kinks, but in the long run, I think they will be pretty sweet together." The trade has also had ripple effects across the league. Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green called the Doncic trade 1,000% a collective bargaining issue. Green expressed concern about the second tax apron, stating, "You're going to see more of that. It's an issue for players and it's an issue for owners. It's an issue for everybody. It's wrong for everybody." When asked what will happen in 2029 if the NBPA tries to rescind the second tax apron, Green told SBJ, "The players will lose." NBA Commissioner Adam Silver addressed the trade during an All-Star Weekend press conference. Silver said, "In terms of anger with the fan base, I'm empathetic. I understand it. Dallas was in the finals last year. I've also said this before. I like Luka very much. It seems genuinely, truly authentic that he was stunned and disappointed. You could see it in his body language.
And in terms of anger at the fan base, I'm empathetic. I understand it. I mean, Dallas was in the finals last year, and I've also said this before. I like Luka very much. I've known him since the day I actually met him before he came into this league when he was at Real Madrid when we were over there, playing a preseason game. And it seems genuinely, truly authentic that he was stunned and disappointed. You could see it in his body language.
Silver also expressed sympathy for the Mavericks organization, stating, "Having said all that, I also am sympathetic to the Mavericks organization. I've known Nico Harrison for a long time from his prior tenure at Nike, and I've gotten to be close to Patrick Dumont, our new governor in Dallas. I can say one thing for sure. Whether or not history will ultimately judge this as a smart trade, they did what they thought was in the best interest of their organization."
Having said all that, I also am sympathetic to the Mavericks organization. I mean, I've known Nico Harrison for a long time from his prior tenure at Nike, and I've gotten to be close to Patrick Dumont, our new governor in Dallas. I can say one thing for sure. Whether or not history will ultimately judge this as a smart trade, they did what they thought was in the best interest of their organization.
The commissioner addressed rumors about ulterior motives behind the trade, saying, "I have absolutely no knowledge or belief that there were any ulterior motives. There's no doubt in my mind that the Dumont-Adelson family bought that team to keep it in Dallas."
I have absolutely no knowledge or believe there were any ulterior motives. There's no doubt in my mind that the Dumont-Adelson families bought that team to keep it in Dallas.
Silver also noted that he, like everyone else, was unaware of the bombshell trade ahead of time and followed it like a fan.
Miraculous career of Kevin Durant, LeBron James, all-time.
On February 12, 2025, Kevin Durant achieved a milestone. The Phoenix Suns forward became the 8th player in NBA history to score 30,000 career points, solidifying his status as one of the greatest scorers the game has ever witnessed. Durant reached this prestigious mark during a game between the Phoenix Suns and the Memphis Grizzlies. With 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Durant stepped to the free throw line. As the ball swished through the net, he etched his name alongside basketball legends in the 30,000-point club. This moment was particularly poignant as it mirrored Durant's first NBA point, also scored from the free throw line back in 2007. The game itself, while historic, ended in a 119-112 loss for the Suns. Durant finished with 34 points on 12 of 18 shooting, showcasing the efficiency that has been a hallmark of his career. His performance included 3 three-pointers, 2 mid-range field goals, 4 buckets in the paint, 3 in the restricted area, and 7 free throws, demonstrating his versatility as a scorer. Durant's reaction to this achievement was characteristically humble. Durant said this after the loss, "A true honor to be in the same category as those players who helped shape the game and push the game forward. That's always been my goal, to get the most out of myself every day and the most out of my career."
True honor to be in the same category as those players who helped shape the game and push the game forward, and that's always been my goal, is to get the most out of myself every day and the most out of my career.
Durant now stands among an elite group of NBA scorers. The club includes LeBron James with 41,623 points, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 38,387 points, Karl Malone with 36,928 points, Kobe Bryant with 33,643 points, Michael Jordan with 32,292 points, Dirk Nowitzki with 31,560 points, Wilt Chamberlain with 31,419 points, Kevin Durant with 30,008 points. It's worth noting that Julius Erving also surpassed the 30,000-point mark when combining his NBA and ABA totals, reaching 30,026 points. Durant's path to 30,000 points began on October 31, 2007, when he made his NBA debut with the Seattle Supersonics. Over the course of his 17-year career, Durant has showcased his scoring prowess across multiple teams. He amassed 17,566 points with the Oklahoma City Thunder, formerly Seattle Supersonics, 5,374 points with the Golden State Warriors,